Welcome everybody to ESC Fan TV. I am back from a little break, and I'd just like to say a huge thank you to Tom for taking over hosting duties, the hostess with the mostess, while I've been sunning myself on my little burnt ginger face. How you doing, Tom?
I'm good, Stu. How are you?
I'm really good, actually. I am in even better mood than I am usually, Tom. And do you know what? Today is a very special day. Do you know why?
Is it the day that your sunburn finally started to fade?
That as well as
the started.
The peeling has commenced, but in fact, the most important thing about today, Tom, is that it is 39 days, people. 39 days until the Eurovision Song Contest final. Oh yes, all the way from Turin. Hello, Lee. Hello, people in the chat room. Keep your comments coming through. In tonight's chat room, chatting along with you will be the gorgeous Tom, giving you his best chat-up lines. Won't you be, Tom?
I don't need chat-up lines, Stu. I just have natural charisma. You should know that by now.
You keep telling yourself that, my friend. Tonight's show is all about 5 entries. If you're new to ESC Fan TV, where have you been? But we are just general Eurovision fans chatting away about this year's entries. We're going to talk about Bulgaria. We're going to talk about Azerbaijan. We're going to talk about Lithuania. We're going to talk about Cyprus. And of course, we're going to get to one of the direct qualifiers. We're going to talk about La France. But before we do that, we're going to say hello to our panel. All the way from the north of England, we say a very good evening to Michelle Light this evening. It's Phil.
Yeah, once again, I've been allowed out by myself. Hello, everyone.
Good to see you, Phil. And it's great to have you. I'm sure Michelle is busy doing something else. But hey, while the cat's away, Phil must play. From the north of England, we're going to move very, 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 very far south, all the way to the southern climes this evening. We're going to say a very good evening. All the way from Portugal, it's David.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Nice to see you all.
Good to see you, David. From Portugal, we're going to go to, I have a feeling, I haven't asked, but I have a feeling he's still in the Czech Republic. It's Alvan.
Good evening, Europe. I'm back in Czech Republic, but I cannot wait to talk about one specific song tonight, which is basically the night of the year for me. So, I'm so excited.
This is the one show a year that you're allowed to come out of hiding, Oban. Hey, I'm glad you could be here tonight to enjoy it. Well, I'm going to enjoy it at least. And from Czech Republic via Cyprus, we're going back to Cyprus via somewhere in the UK. It's Georgina!
Hi everyone, I'm so excited. I'm just so excited to see Oban's face as well. Like, look at this smile because of him. Oh wait, is it? Oh no, wait, that way. Sorry. Anyway, really excited.
Yeah, it's a good one tonight. Right, those in the chat room chatting away with Tom. Bring us your comments. Leave your comments on in the chat room, and we're going to put them up on the screen. And better still, if you like what you see tonight, make sure you like this show. You can dislike it too. If you hate it, it's fine. We don't care. And most importantly, tell us what you think. Give us your comments. That's what we want. And subscribe. And finally, ding our bell. Just get that little bell notification thingy and just give it a little tap, little ting, ting, ting. That's what we want to see on ESC Fan TV. Right, let's crack on with tonight's show. Bulgaria. Bulgaria are represented this year by the Intelligent Music Project with the song Intention. Bulgaria have never won Eurovision. That's right, but they have come close of recent times. Back in 2017 with Christian Kostov with the song Beautiful Mess. I'm sure we can all remember that. Wonderful entry. Very, very close that year. Intelligent Music Project are a super group of musicians which actually were formed back in 2012. They have been together, of course, 10 years. They have had 19 members over 10 years. That's quite some doing. 6 studio albums, 5 singles, and you may recognise a certain drummer who participated in Eurovision in 2007 and 2013. There you go. Intention will be performed in the first semi-final, position 7th, sandwiched in between Ukraine and the Netherlands. It's rock. It talks about the feeling of strength of having overcome adversity. Let's find out what our panel have to say about this. Let's go to Phil first of all. Phil, you're a massive rocker. You love your rock songs. This is progressive rock. This is I would say, very generic rock, but in a good way. What do you think of this?
Well, I mean, this was released quite early, wasn't it? I don't know if it was the first actual song to be announced. It did get a lot of flack, being the first one, being a rock song, because it was a rock song that won last year. But it's kind of grown on me, this has. I mean, to be fair, yeah, it's sort of 80s rock. It's a bit sort of Def Leppard, Whitesnakey. I mean, people have said dad rock, but I like it. It's a good song. I think, it could do well. Obviously, I think they're going to be energetic on stage. I feel sorry for the people who've got to wheel that massive drum kit in because it was huge. But yeah, it's okay. I like this. It's good.
I think they're winning the award for the most engagement with the fan community on the Twitterverse at the moment. Yeah. BNT, the Bulgarian national broadcaster, are really going some. And in fact, if you may cast your mind back to a few weeks back, with those of us who play the Eurovision scorecard game will know that this was actually propping up the bottom. Not anymore. Not since BNT have been engaging wildly online. I think they're up to about 10th now. 10th to win. In fact, Bulgaria are 250 to 1 to win Eurovision. Oban, Bulgaria bringing something a bit different. It definitely isn't going to hit your Cultural Orgasm award this year, but is it doing it for you?
I mean, I was so surprised when they were so fast in announcing this song. It's like they've been waiting the submissions to open. They're the first one to submit theirs, and I was like, why the rush? And it's you must really, really believe in the song. And the song was I mean, I'm so happy today. I just can't say anything negative. It's just I am so happy for Bulgaria. I really, 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 really hope the best. Giving circumstances, I don't know how good will be the best for them.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
I think you kind of have to like this genre. I have to. I'm similar to you, Oban. When I first heard it, I thought, I'm not sure, but I have to say, BNT Twitter account close to pure delusion. Hey, it's fun, Kane. It's been a fun 24, 48 hours. Yeah, but I think you kind of have to like this. If you do like it, it's not half bad, and I think it does grow on you. Definitely something about it. There's definitely a melody there. David, what are your thoughts?
Bulgaria was the Bulgaria was the first song to come in. Obviously, I kind of enjoy it, but it's not in the top of my rankings. I already reviewed this song. I will say is around a mid six rating for me, but I think they can do well on stage. Ronnie Romero has a fantastic voice. I think Bulgaria can surprise, but I don't think is not going to reach the levels compared to last year's.
Thank you, David. Georgina, we're going to be in Eurovision this year. We're going to Turin. Is this the kind of song that is going to come alive on stage, as opposed to when you listen to it, you think, not really that sure, but is it the sort of thing that when we see on stage, a bit like -1 back in 2016, is this going to come alive?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's like you read my mind. I was going to say, this is the kind of song where you think, if it really does bring it, love that word, saying, on the night, then actually this could be really good. I think it's actually really catchy, same as what Phil's mentioned and what you've said before as well. Once you've listened to it a few times, you actually think, do you know what, this is a good song. It's really grown on me. Like I said, I really like it. I've actually got it down as a rock stroke indie. I know I'm going to get really pulled up on that because I'm not very good with the rock and the indie scene, but I really like it. And exactly what you said, I think this could be something that, the performance could be better than sometimes what it sounds. It's all about the performance, isn't it, which we all know as well. And I hope for the drummer, third time lucky. He's come the third time now. We just need to give that drummer something.
They came close in 2007. I think they could finish 5th with Voda. It was a good song back then. Thank you, Georgina. Tom, let's wrap this one up. Bulgaria I probably have to do something to qualify this year. It's a tough first semi-final, and they start at position 7. But I've got this sneaky suspicion this will work on stage. What are your thoughts? What are the chat room saying?
Well, let's deal with the chat room first. I mean, Dan says it sounds like a rock track from a band that's lost their mojo and now want to make a comeback. Unimpressed. Both Andrew and Lee reckon it's a definite non-qualifier. Tracy's not impressed, but I have to say, Anya really likes it. Excited to see them on stage. Anita, one of my favourites, but it works for her, even though there's nothing new about the entry. Thomas, not my favourite, but I think it's a good rock song. I like it. My comments on this, I mean, let's face it, I put down this was a return to form for Bulgaria. I like this song. I can't understand why, when I look on Eurovision World, it's propping up the bottom of the scoreboard to qualify from semi-final 1 at 3.75. I think a smart person, Stu, would put 10 quid on that to sneak their way into the grand final, much to the total annoyance of Eurovision fans, because that is exactly what the semi-finals are designed to do. I think it's quirky, I think it's likeable, I think it's my idea of kind of like driving rock, and I think if they get the right performance on stage, they're going to squeak in, and there's going to be a few toys thrown out of a few prams on 5 weeks on Tuesday.
It's got a really cool electric guitar segment in it as well, which actually does make it stand out. So thank you, Bulgaria, for bringing this. Definitely different. Right, before we move on, let's find out what the panel think. Is it a qualifier? Is it a not sure? Or is it a definite non-qualifier? 3, 2... hang on. We want the chat room. We want your
by the way,
views.
Can we use it by its proper name, Stu? It's called the thermometer.
Is it? Is that what you've called it whilst I've been away?
Yeah.
It's got a name now, is it? Right, okay. It's the thermometer. The thermometer. There we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, okay. So, I think we're in the middle. I'm going to go in the middle. What are the chat rooms saying? I just pull them up. There we go. Lee's a no. Andrew's okay. Not very positive, is it? Right. It's a no from the chat room. We're moving on. Sorry, Bulgaria. We're moving on to Azerbaijan now. They're represented by Nadir Rustamli with the song Fade to Black. Azerbaijan made its debut back in 2008 at Eurovision, and of course won not so long after, 2011, with Eleniki and Running Scared. Who can forget? Nadir actually had a meteoric rise to fame this past 12 months. He's won the Voice of Azerbaijan. In fact, he won comfortably with over 40% of the televote. And surprisingly, his mentor was Eldar from Eleniki. There you go. A Eurovision connection straight off the bat. Azerbaijan are 200 to 1, though, to win Eurovision this year. They will perform in the second semi-final from position 4, which is sandwiched in between Georgia and Serbia. I think there are shades of musical theatre in this. I'm very keen to hear what my panel have to say. Phil, you're up first. When he remembers to turn the mute off. Oh, is he frozen? Have we lost you, Phil?
The lights are on. But
that was so weird. It kind of looks like he's still there.
Sorry, I think I just lost everyone. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, Phil. Yep. No, you've gone again, Phil. Okay, here we go. You can't go through an ESC Fan TV show without some kind of technical hitch from the Harrisons, can you? There we go. We'll come back to you, Phil. Georgina, musical theatre. We had this with North Macedonia last year, which I loved, by the way. This didn't quite work for them, so it didn't qualify. Azerbaijan have a good record of qualifying. Is this a potential qualifier for you, and how do you see this doing?
So for me last year, North Macedonia wasn't one that I know a lot of people really liked. It was like a bit split, wasn't it? Whereas I weren't feeling it as much, but I absolutely love Azerbaijan this year. I do like him, obviously, but I do like the song as well. I just really I think, as you all know, you either connect with a song or you don't. And I really do connect with this song. I absolutely love it. I think he's got the most beautiful voice. I just listening to him is, yeah, I just think it's lovely. I don't know how well it's going to do. I'll be very interested to see how he performs this live. I haven't actually seen him perform it. Oh, I heard it live or seen it, so it'll be really interesting to see, you know, how good his voice is. It sounds like from winning The Voice, it will be really good. But yes, for me, I really like this song. It's definitely in my top 15. So yeah, it's a good one for me. I really like it.
Thank you, Georgina. Phil, have we got you back? Are you back with us?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. All good. What do you think of this one?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with what people are saying. It's, you know, it is sort of musical theatre, and that's not really my thing. I mean, he's got a great voice, and I think with some dramatic staging, it'll do well. I'm probably not the best person to judge this because it's not really my genre, but yeah, it's okay. As you said, though, we've been between, was it Georgia and Slovenia? That's a
Serbia. Georgia and Serbia.
Serbia, is it? Sorry, yeah, Georgia and Serbia. Yeah, that's definitely a tough sort of sandwich to fill, isn't it? That's the only thing.
I think as ballads go, though, it's good, and it certainly enables him a platform to show off his incredible range. I think that's what we're going to see. I'm going to move to Portugal, to David. David, Portugal's sending a phenomenal ballad this year. There are a lot of ballads in Eurovision 2022. This, for me, was one of the later songs to be released, and I wonder whether Azerbaijan, and I think we had a comment a second or two ago where the writers of this song are from Scandinavia and from other parts as well. Have Azerbaijan looked at the field this year and thought, right, we're going to come with a killer ballad with a phenomenal singer, and can Azerbaijan have a good Eurovision?
Well, I think is in the second semi-final. We know, I think the only tough competition for him in direct compare on that semi, I think, is Poland and Australia. I think the two most direct comparisons to them. But he has a great voice. This song shows his vocal diversity. This song can grow on you. I listened for the second time today, actually. And, he has a great voice, but depends is going to the stage, because I get 2015 vibes with this song, but what he did in qualify, this can do well, but depends on staging. But of course, the trial smash between Georgia and Serbia, we know, because that is a weird song, but also Georgia, a very fun song. We know the stage will be workers for Georgia. Depends how Azerbaijan will convince the juries and the public to get their chances to qualify.
Thank you, David. Oban, that's a really good point. Georgia's a really quirky song this year. Serbia is a really quirky song this year. He's going to bring an incredible vocal, I have no doubt. In fact, I think we might be sleeping on his vocal, by the way, people. He might be one of the best vocalists this year. I know we talk about Sam Ryder in a couple of weeks' time, but I think this guy could be one of the best vocalists. Is this likely to stand out, given you've got two quirky songs either side of it?
I think yes. First of all, to answer the questions right away, I think way yes. I think these two quirky songs is not like the level of Pokušaj from Bosnia Herzegovina. It's like it's just these two quirky songs is just too weird. There's no fun to it. They're serious. We will see Georgia. I'm not sure what kind of staging they will do for sure, but I'm gonna say this for Azerbaijan. Would I listen to this on a radio if it would come? No. Would I listen to it on a Spotify while I'm going to work? No. But will I watch him? Boy, yes. Like, there is a magic to him. I'm not talking about him himself, but the way, like, when you watch the video clip and then when the scene changes and he's in front of that lake and then he goes, wait, can you just wait? And that moment, he is not singing, but he is talking to my soul with that eyes staring straight into the camera. And I'm like, okay, I'll wait. And I think right? I think the live, when he sings it with a very nice camera work and like engaging with the TV audience, this song will not just, you know, it will shine. It will shine, and his vocals will just give us goosebumps. And I just think this song is one to watch live on stage on TV.
Yeah, I agree with you. If you think how Azerbaijan did in 2012 when they brought a very similar kind of ballad, I just thought that song going into the Eurovision itself was fine, but it came alive on stage. They do have a knack of delivering a live performance to Azerbaijan. Tom, this is I mean, we haven't had a lot of time to listen to this one, really. I mean, it's one of the latter songs. We started with one of the first songs that we've hit now one of the latter songs to be released. I think it's good. I think that people are underplaying Azerbaijan in this Eurovision. I'm not saying they're going to win it, but I can see this being top 10. What are your thoughts, and what are the chat rooms saying?
Well, we'll start with me. I am conflicted because on the one hand we have this ballad, it's sensitive, there's a lot of feeling behind it, there's musical theatre vibes, there's some feeling and everything like that. And then I look at the fact that it's placed 4th in semi-final 2, and I'm like, oh dear. And I think what could be a strong song if it was in the second half of the semi-final, maybe towards the end, is going to get lost amongst some of the bigger entries in the semi-final. Because let's face it, semi-final 2 has got some proper big hitters in there. And so whilst I think the song is really good, and I like the song, and I think there's got some meaning and some sensitivity and everything behind it, unfortunately, I think this is going to get lost. I mean, let's face it, if you want a meaningful, really beautiful ballad, you've got Sweden's Cornelia Jacobs, Hold Me Closer. You've got Sheldon Riley, Not the Same. You've got these types of ballads that are really going to bring it in. Plus, you've also got the quirkiness of Circus Mercus and things like that. And I love the song. I just think they're going to need some kind of miracle to get through. There we go.
Ooh, okay, well, let's see what the panel have to say in terms of whether we think we'll qualify, not qualify, or what do we call it? A thermometer. 3, 2, 1. I'm going qualifier. There you go. I don't know, Georgina, I think it's you and I here. Mind you, I have a suspicion it might just be for him that you're voting with your thumbs up there. Well, what do you think at home, people watching in the chat room? Right, Harry's a no. There you go. Let's see what else people are saying. Anita's not sure. Thanks, Vanya. Chris says no. Vanya's a no. Okay, well, it's a good start to the show, I would say. Lots of no. Right, let's move on. Lithuania with Sentimentai. It's Monika Liu. Lithuania have never won Eurovision. Never won it. They came close though. No, they haven't. I'm lying. They've never come close. They've come 5th or 6th. Last year they came. They had the 2nd highest placing of all time with the Roop. But they are represented by an absolute goddess in Lithuania. She is worshipped. She's been in the music since 2015. She's one of their most popular artists. She's lived all over the world. She's had 3 studio albums and a ton of singles. And she's not been a participant on places like The Voice or The Masked Singer. She's one of the judges. She's really, really well known in Lithuania. Sentimentai is a song about tenderness and sadness of a love lost. It's a #1 in Lithuania, people. It's our first hit of the evening, and it will be performed in the first semi-final at position 3, sandwiched in between Switzerland, another ballad, and the guys that want you to eat your salad. It's Latvia. Lithuania are 250 to 1 to win Eurovision. Phil, I'm not going to ask you, can Lithuania win Eurovision, but can Monika wow on stage?
Oh, absolutely. I really like this. It's good old school cabaret music, and if you've seen the performance from the national final, she has got fantastic stage presence. She really sells this song. I don't think it's going to need a lot in the way of staging because she can just sell this song brilliantly. I really like this, and I think it's a bit of a dark horse. I think this will do quite well.
By the way, this is a contender in the ESC Fan TV Retro Vibe Award. So, oh, look who's joined us. Hello, Michelle.
Hello.
She has no idea what we're talking about, though. We could talk about anything right now, couldn't we? We're talking about Romania, Michelle.
I don't know. Talking about Lithuania. You liar.
Shh. Right. Let's go to Oban. Oban, the Roop is some tough act to follow. But
Is it?
I think it is. But Monika does have a phenomenal stage presence, as Phil has said. Is this the kind of song which you could just fall in love with on the night and pick the phone up for?
I think there's definite like significant charm to her, like the way that like she feels her song. It's just like mesmerizing and captivating and everything, right? So, do I listen to song on my spare time? No. Do I search for it and play it again like in a few times? No, I won't. But do I think it's a good song? Hell yeah. Do I think she's gonna kill it? Hell yeah. Do I think she's gonna qualify? Hell yeah. It's the semi-final one, slightly weaker semi-final. It's a very unique song. I think the general Eurovision viewer will definitely relate to it. They will remember the song when it's the time of voting. They will just keep in their top 10. I think, is it gonna be first place on many people? No, but it's definitely gonna be in the top 10 of the viewers for sure for the first semi-final.
Yeah, I quite agree, Oban. David, this is actually the first time since their debut back in 1994. We had a comment about it somewhere as well, that they're performing in Lithuanian. They performed in another language a few years later in 1999, but this is the first time. I mean, I could talk about the fact they got nil points in 1994, but I won't. This is a beautiful, beautiful song. Would it be on your playlist, and can you see it getting votes?
Yes, I think I can see getting votes because she has friends, she has Latvia in her semi-final. That's going to be a problem for her, and other countries can vote well for Lithuania. She is a phenomenal singer. This song is very unique, very classic. Yeah, yes, this kind of jazz retro feeling, which I really appreciate. Is unique. And actually, the fact he's singing Lithuanian is a bonus because it's rare to see these Baltic languages in Eurovision for quite some time. And I think she will do well. She has a unique look. That haircut is amazing, and of course, she's gonna be such a huge presence on stage. The stage is already perfect. I think she will do well.
Thank you, David. Georgina, is there a bit of a Barbara Pravi about Monika Liu in the fact that she's just got that je ne sais quoi? And again, I think with a lot of people sleeping on this song. I mean, I don't think it's going to win Eurovision, but I think it could do rather well.
Yeah, I agree. I saw her perform, and when she finished at the national final, I don't know if anyone saw it, like her performance was just like she's won. Obviously I know she won, but what I'm saying is like she just like could win the Eurovision. Like you can tell now that you've explained in more detail, you can tell that she's a really confident performer. I really like this song. When I first heard it, I thought it was actually the French entry. I got them kind of vibes, and it reminded me of the songs in the early 2000s, and it actually really stands out this year because there's not a song like it, and that's why I think it could do really well. Like you said, she's classy. It'll be really interesting to see. You know, never say never. It could win, but yeah, no, I do really like this song. I think she'll do well.
Thank you, Georgina. I actually say I really like the fact that it comes after Switzerland and before Latvia, because Switzerland is another favourite of mine, but it's very, very slow. It's uber slow. Then you have this, which has got a bit of pace to it, but still a ballad, and it's classy, and it's jazzy, it's retro. And then you have Latvia straight after. So I don't think any of those three are going to get lost at all. And I am also loving the bowl cut. Are you loving the bowl cut, Tom?
I'll be honest, I hadn't paid much attention to the bowl cut. Why would you pay attention to a bowl cut when there is so much to love from this classy, charming, fun song from Lithuania? This is in the odds as a borderline qualifier. I think people have got rocks in their head. I think it's going to actually do far better than people expect. I think it's an absolute definite qualifier. I think she brings a touch of class to the song. It's going to be quite memorable. It's going to stick into people's heads. People are going to pick up the phone and vote for it. And Lithuania, I think they could be looking at their best ever placing at the contest when it comes to the final scoreboard in just over 5 weeks' time. They are rocking it.
Thank you, Tom. Right, panel. Is this a qualifier or not? Thermometer, 3, 2, 1. Wow, look, we've all gone thumbs up. That's the first. I bet the chat room go thumbs down. What are they saying, Tom?
Well, Vanya said this is a borderline qualifier. This is not. This is a definite qualifier.
I knew he had class.
And here they come. Thumbs
up.
Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Dan, however, he's sitting on the fence. Michael, good morning Australia, by the way, is there a bit kind of like, not sure. And then we've got a thumbs up from Donna. And then finally from Chris, Sentimentai is more 70s Soviet diva than French seducer, to be fair, but I'd love to see it win.
It's a good song. It's a good song. Thank you, Lithuania, for bringing this to the party. We're looking forward to seeing this on the stage in Turin. That's 3 songs done, people. We're moving on, and we're actually going to move on to the country that it's really the only reason Georgina and Oban are here. It's Cyprus. Let's talk about... Now, can I call it Andrew Mashup? Is that all right? Andrew, how do you pronounce it, Oban? Is it Andromache or Andrew Mashu? You're on mute. You have to come off mute because you're not on screen either.
I think Georgina would be better to say, but I think it's Andromache with an A at the end.
Okay. Can we call it Andrew Mashup instead? Anyway, with the song Ella. Thank you very much, Oban. Cyprus came close to winning Eurovision in 2018, of course, with the beautiful Eleni and Fuego. However, they haven't come within an arse's roar of winning it any other time. Let's be frank. Born in Germany, raised in Greece, Andromache is pretty well known across Europe. She's had a ton of hits recently. She was a contestant on The Voice of Greece. She's had 8 singles out since 2007. One, in fact, back in 2019 was a major breakthrough hit for herself. Yeah, Ella is a mix of Greek, Albanian, Dutch, Swedish, and Spanish songwriters writing this phenomenal ethno-pop song. I love it, actually, I have to say. And I'm so delighted that Cyprus have gone in this direction. It's a bit of a move from where they have been. And we're coming to you first, Oban. After 3 consecutive years of foot stompers, bangers, bops, whatever you want to call them, from Cyprus, written by a bunch of Swedes, they've gone and done it again. But at least we've got some ethno-pop from Cyprus. The floor is yours.
I mean, I have to be honest, Stu. This is the least exciting song this year for me. I'm like, who am I kidding? I just can't. I just can't have enough of it. I was just like, I have to tell you this experience. Like, when the song was released, we were in the shootings of the video music for VR Domi, the Czech Republic, and I was like, stop, cut. The song is being announced. Shut up, everybody. So we put it on the speakers, and everybody had to watch the live broadcast of the Cypriot television, watching this. And I just turned around and look at Domi, Ben, and Casper, and they were like, wow. And that's all I can get out of them for their reaction when they first watched the song. And I was just like, I know, right? And this song is just, it's just like, I know people have been they have been comparing. They will compare years to come. I know we just can't look in front of us. There are 40 songs fighting for the title. No, we have to bring the old history. Oh, this is like this is like that. And it's like, I don't care. Just close your eyes, or open your eyes, or open your heart, or open your mind. This song is one of a kind. We've been waiting for a song in Eurovision for years, since Turkey left, since Greece stuck in their postmodern understanding of music for the last couple of years, since all these southern Middle Eastern countries is like, oh, we should please the Western audience. And this is the first time the ethnic sound is back. Ethnic sound is back, the banger, it's just orgasmic. And one promise, if you guys vote for us to win, everything you see behind me will be offered free of charge all week long, for all at your pleasure.
I assume he's talking about the beach. Just to clear that up, people. Thank you, Open. Little John says, I really like Ella. It's a great song. Kane says, had me at the first half there, Open. Not going to lie. Yes. Thank you, Open, for your annual monologue on Cyprus. Georgina, this is a really, really good song. I have to admit, I absolutely love it. And I love the fact it sounds Cypriot. I think it's stunning in every single way. She's beautiful. I have no idea what you're going to do on the stage, though. I have no idea. For me, it's kind of mid-tempo. So I'm not sure how they're going to stage this, but I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I mean, I can't do what Oben just does. He does it so well. You can just see the excitement there. But it's just such a lovely song. Exactly what you said. What makes it even better is that you just listen. When you listen to the song, you just know it's Cyprus. You know it's from Cyprus, the song. She sings it so beautifully in English and obviously Greek. And yeah, it's just so lovely. You can hear the traditional sounds in it, which is what I personally think Eurovision is all about. And I think at the moment it's one of those songs where people go, yeah, it's nice. It's a really nice song. And it's going to be very, very interesting how obviously she's going to perform it in the semi-finals. And I hope she does really well. The thing is, I really want Cyprus do deserve to win a Eurovision at some point. And I know the last few years we've missed out. And well, not just the last few years, the whole Eurovision. But anyway, what was I going to say? Where am I going with this? But Cyprus has had bops the last few years, and you know me, I absolutely love a bop. I wouldn't say exactly what you said. I wouldn't say this is a ballad. Well, it's not a ballad. It's like a mid-tempo. So it'd be really interesting to see. And I think the performance is gonna really, be where she needs to show. But yeah, it's just such a lovely song. And I've looked at a few comments of what people have said around the world, and they're all saying the same thing, that you can hear that it's Cypriot. And yeah, absolutely love it. I have nothing negative to say, of course, about this song.
No, of course. It is mid-tempo, but there is a bop to it. You can dance to it. And I have to say, if Cyprus are going to win Eurovision, I'm not convinced it's this year, by the way, guys, but this is the type of song that should win. Not a Swedish manufactured entry. I'm just going to put that out there. David, this song is so ethnic. It includes Balkan instrumentation. We've got a Greek bouzouki in there, and we've got an Albanian horn. Are you a fan of an Albanian horn?
I like this separate entry. It was a few songs I didn't see fully till today, and she is amazing. I love it. It's a mixture Mediterranean with Middle East elements, and I like it. It seems so Cypriotic. I think it's so original. It's so wonderful. She sings wonderfully, and I think the staging is, if Cyprus gets some elements of really good to the stage, I think Cyprus can do really well, at least potential to be in the top 10, at least, in my opinion. I think Cyprus, it will continue this hot streak of qualifications to do well, and I hope Cyprus can win one year, because I think they deserve it. Actually, they deserve it in 2018. They will deserve it in the near future. I can see Cyprus, if they continue to send this trajectory of songs, I think they can win someday.
Definitely putting a big effort in. I mean, you could argue Malta need to win Eurovision at some point too. There's a few countries that have tried in the past, came close, but not quite made it. I mean, France, we're talking about France next. They nearly did it last year. Phil, this is This is very Mediterranean. I love everything about it. I love the beat. I love the fact that we've got lots of different types of instrumentation in there. I love the fact that she can perform. I love the fact that this is not what we've seen from Cyprus. It could have been very tempting to have another Fuego or another Tamta, but we haven't got that this year. We've got something very different, and I'm here for it. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think they've played a blinder this year, because if they'd have sent another solo female banger, they've been going head to head with Spain. But this is just Cyprus. This is their own sort of sound, and I think it works really well. I, like everyone said, no idea how it's going to be staged. Will it just be her on stage? Will there be dancers? Just don't know. It could be anything. But I think this will do well. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Thank you, Phil. Finally, Tom, the late great Sir Terry Wogan would have said there's a whiff of the souk about this. This is a bit of fun from Cyprus. What are your thoughts? And I could sense from what you're bringing up from the chat room that people are loving this one.
Yeah, the chat room seems to really love this one. Harry in particular thinks that it should walk into the final. Kane reckons their victory will come in good time because they're putting the effort in. Lots of love for Oban in the chat room as well. And as Kane says as well, people are so quick to criticise Cyprus for just sending bops since 2018. But why shouldn't they? Because it served them so well regarding consistent qualifiers. And I think there's an excellent point to be made there as well. Me personally, I think this is got a nice element of fragility to it in the terms of the musicality of the fragile start there. I think it's really good. It's got a nice bop. That mid-tempo bop comes through. There's something for everyone, isn't there? Really good song. I think it is a definite qualifier for Cyprus this year. And let's see where they can take it from there. I await to see their staging, because staging has been a high point for Cyprus, I think, for the last few years. And I think it'll be quite exciting to see how they put this one together on stage in Turin. Definitely
wants me to go and get the Uzo out, Tom, for sure. People, what are we saying? Are we saying qualifier or non-qualifier? Look at Georgina. She's at it. Look, she's going. It's qualifying. It's Cyprus. Don't even think about it. Definite qualifier. There she goes. Look, she's still. Her thumbs are still up there. Look, it's going to qualify. Just get on with it, Stuart. What are we saying, people? 3, 2, 1. Yeah, it's going to qualify, isn't it? There we go. What are the chat room saying, Tom?
Give them a moment to catch up on the lag, Steve. But here we go. It's just arrived.
What are they doing? They're sitting there watching the show. Get your thumbs up, people.
Yeah, but there's like a 15-second lag on YouTube, isn't there? You know, you've got to take account for these
Fair
things.
enough.
Dan has a thumbs up. Chris reckons he's entered a parallel universe. Anya has thumbs up. Harry thumbs up. Anita thumbs up. Thomas thumbs up. ESC Manga thumbs up. Thomas thumbs up. Banya thumbs up. Kane thumbs up. I think it's thumbs up, to be fair.
There's a lot of thumbs. A lot of people with 5 or 6 thumbs going on there. I don't know whether we've now got ratings. Whether it's
I blame lockdown for that.
Right, 5th song, last song of the night. Then we can get out of here. It's France. France came second last year. Barbara Pravi with a phenomenal ballad. I mean, we, just still in love with that one. France is using the same competition that they used to select Barbara Pravi to select their entry this year. Well, of course, why wouldn't they? I mean, it worked for them. It's going to work for them again, no doubt. Alvan and Ahez are delivering the song Fulenn for you this year. Alvan is a multi-instrumentalist, a lecture artist from Brittany. Ahez are Marine, Styrin and Styrine. That's a mouthful. Traditional vocal group writing and performing in their native language, Breton. We haven't heard Breton at Eurovision and since 1996, in fact, with Duanit Bagali, which actually was probably my favourite song that year, to be honest. France are the closest in the bookmakers tonight, 60-1. The song is about female emancipation. It's going to be direct to the grand final because, hey, they're one of the big 5. I'm really curious. It's a bit of a hot mess, this, on stage in the national final, but I'm keen to hear what my panel have to say. Georgina, we're going to start with you because you look the most excited about this one.
Yeah, I really like this. I'm really pleased that France have actually gone for a song like this. Like, normally I'm a bit with their song choice, and I think it's brilliant. They've been brave this year and gone with something totally out of what they normally would, and I love it. I don't really know what to call it. It's kind of techno, house, stroke. If anyone wants to add something else in the mix, but I really, really like it, and I was quite shocked when I first heard it because I didn't think it was the French entry. So yeah, I really like it. I know what you're saying about the staging, but I love that. I think bring that chaos, but but yeah, no, I really like it. So it's good. It's not in my top 10, but I do really like it.
I like it a lot. In fact, when I listen to it, I immediately go back. We started with Bulgaria this show, right? I go back to Bulgaria 2007 and Voda. I think I actually can hear elements of Voda in this song. I don't know if I'm alone there or other people think the same. Let us know for those in the chat room. David, this is different from France this year, and they could have gone for something very similar. In the French final last year, for those who followed it, there was at least 2 songs quite similar to Barbara Pravi's. Not as good, clearly not as good, but of a similar genre. This year, they've gone for something very, very different. We had Tanxigueras in the Spanish final, not quite make it, with a similar type of entry. Is this going to do well at Eurovision, do you think?
Absolutely. This is my winner of the year. This is my number one. I listened to this song a lot. I love this. They are great. The staging is perfection. The Breton language is beautiful. The lyrics are fantastic. I think France will be top 3 this year. I think they can win it. And people are comparing to Tashugueras. Is not. I can see this is so cultural. This is like we never seen this side of France, this Celtic part of France for how long, and this is the perfect song. The techno angle is very good, but I just love this song. I think France is here to win it for sure.
Thank you, David. Ethno EDM in the chat room. I think we're going to go that as its genre. I like that the most. Phil, this is well, let's call it ethno EDM. This is good from France. It's very different. It will stand out. There's nothing like it. If Tanxigueras had won in Spain and we had no Chanel No. 5 this year, then maybe, just maybe, we would have sorry, excuse me. Maybe, just maybe, they might have had some competition. But this is really going to stand out.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I love this. As David said, it's sort of Celtic, almost pagan sounding, but modern as well. And it's great to see France taking a risk and not just doing something that you would imagine as typically French. It's good that, it's a Breton language, it's lively, there's a lot of energy behind it. I agree with Georgina as well. The staging on this I thought was fantastic. It really, the chaos I think was like captured in the song as well. It really worked well together, and I'm looking forward to seeing this on the stage. With a bit of a bigger stage in Turin, I think this would be fantastic.
Thank you, Phil. Oban, as the sponsor, well, in fact, David is as well, your dual sponsors this year of the Cultural Orgasm Award. Does this score highly for you?
Well, call me uncultured. I don't know which culture does this fit. I have to say, in Turin, in Euroclub, or at any Eurovision party, we'll be jumping and having the time of our lives when this song play. Yes, we will. But do I think is this a good criteria that will give me the confidence that will gather enough points to score well? I really don't think so. I don't think this is a Eurovision viewer friendly. I think it's too wild. It's too it's like on your face. I think people on the screen, the other side of the screen, they will feel attacked because it's overwhelmed with the lights, with the yelling, with the jumping, with the thing, with the laser show. And if they don't and if they do go above and beyond with the staging, I do think this has come across as off-putting, and I don't think I don't think they have a great chance to do top 10 this year.
Thank you, Oban. I have to say I wasn't expecting that. I was kind of expecting you to be a bit more positive about it, but there you go. Sometimes you surprise me. Tom, this won with a similar margin to Barbara Pravi in France this year. I have a sneaky suspicion that at 60-1, this might be one of Stuart's 10 quids each way bets. Will you be putting your money on France?
Alas, I won't be putting my £10 on France. That said, I am more of a £1 wonder anyway, to be fair. Pound each way does me just fine, Steve. Do you know what? This is one of the great things about France, is that France, at the moment, seem to have discovered this ability to send songs that are on the cutting edge of music. They're sending things that are different, but contemporary, that are likeable, that people are going to vote for, that juries are going to love. And I think this is exactly what we get from this year's French entry. It's something totally different from Barbara Pravi last year, but at the same time, it's fresh, it's contemporary, and it shows that the French are really, really going for a Eurovision win. And do you know what? I reckon that I can confidently predict they're going to be on the left-hand side of the scoreboard next month.
Well, let's find out if our panel agree. Thumbs up if it's left-hand side, thumbs down if it's not. 3, 2, 1. There you go. Mr. Cultural Orgasm himself is not having a cultural orgasm this evening. That's your lot. That's your 5 songs. We're back very, very soon. In fact, we are back in a couple of weeks' time. 13th of... That's right, isn't it? 30th of April, sorry. Episode 7. We will be discussing Greece, Switzerland, Finland, Armenia and Poland. And we will conclude our journey to Turin on the 16th, just a few nights later, where we'll be giving our thoughts on Norway, Austria, Croatia, Sweden and the United Kingdom. Can the UK snatch victory this year? Many people seem to think so. And of course you don't want to miss our incredible 2-nighter award show at the end of this month and the early part of May, which will take you nicely into Eurovision week. People, it's been wonderful. It's been great to be back. Tom, have you missed me?
Always, Stuart. Always. Do you know what would be even better, Stu, would be like if in this 8-day gap we have between shows that we found somewhere, someplace, maybe to hang out together, maybe with some Eurovision music, some Eurovision artists, maybe some of the old artists. I mean, Maggie McNeil, for example, Anna Celine, maybe throw a bit of Subwoofer in for good measure. Where?
That's a good question.
Where could we go?
I'll tell you what, I'll fly over to Amsterdam if you fly there, and I'll meet you there on Friday evening. How about that?
Deal. See you there.
Guys, keep tuned to, or keep your eyes glued to ESC Fan TV. Me and Tom will be in Amsterdam next weekend meeting the stars of Eurovision 2022. Keep an eye out on our channel for all sorts of shenanigans. Hello, Chanel number 5. Right, I'd like to say a huge thank you to my panel. I'd like to say big thanks to Solo Phil this evening. Give our love to Michelle and hope to see her back soon.
Oh yeah, I mean she's just around the corner now. She's back, but yeah, it's been great again. Look forward to the next one.
Thank you, Phil. All the way from sunny Czech Republic via Cyprus. Thank you very much, Oban.
I loved it. Thank you for allowing me to be the part of this show and bearing through my burst of pride and joy these shows. I love you all so much and I miss you all so much. Can't wait to see you in London in a few weeks, some of you at least.
Yes, of course. And some of you will be going to Amsterdam. So if you do see us this weekend, there'll be lots of ESC Fan TV people in Amsterdam. Give us a wave. If you come to London a few weeks later, give us a wave there. That's for Eurofest. Otherwise, we'll be in Turin, so give us a wave there too. All the way from Portugal, it's David.
Thanks very much for having me, also, but Owen, we need to chat about some.
Yeah, we do. No idea what you just said. All the way from... Sorry, David, I didn't catch that last bit. It sounded great, though. Georgina, great to have you on the show.
Thanks, guys. What a really good show. Not long to go.
I know, it's getting so close. It's getting so exciting, isn't it? Tom, it was wonderful being back, and I hope I didn't let you down.
Oh, you could never let me down, Stu. Unless you don't buy me a drink on Friday, obviously. In which case, I'm just saying,
about that. People, thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you for all the love and all the comments in the chat room. Click the like button, click the subscribe button. If you have nice comments, write them about me. I love reading your lovely comments. If they're nasty comments, Tom's fine for that. We will see you very, very soon. Say hello to us if you are going to Amsterdam, London, Turin, wherever. We will see you very, very soon. Bye-bye for now.